Hello. Hi, everybody. Da-da. I'm gonna light this candle. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you all doing? Come on, candle. There you go. See, Sake is sending love and lurking about. Thank you so much, Sake. And hi, Spike. All right, I can move these into frame a little bit more for now, but once I start embroidering, I might need to move them just so I'm not floating material over it. Apologies about the throat clearing. I should have eaten a little earlier, but I did not. So, shrug. Alright, let's get stuff back, I don't know, around here. Cat hair. How does one stream again? Well, let's see. Streamed on Wednesday, and that was Stardew. And Tuesday we were working on this, so I'm going to pick up this, which is embroidering on some overalls that I have. And this is the intended design mock-up here. So this way. So we've done like this leaf, and we're working on this thing right now. Oh boy, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Right. What are words and things? I don't know. My reference over here. I think I was going to look up some other stitches between Tuesday and now, but I forgot. And I was doing a lot of stuff, so I don't really blame myself for that. Took care of some adult problems. And and I bought a bunch of stuff to prepare to make new items, namely zipper bags, zipper pouches, just pouches with a zipper on top, but with fun material. So I don't. Okay, this is about where I left off. Just doesn't look very good here. How about I put this in a spot where you guys can see it? Yeah, I'm gonna move this now. But I figured out the Spotify thing before starting stream. And by figured out, I mean I took care of. And I did some more preparations for the tabling event I'm going to do next Saturday. So not tomorrow, but the following one. Waiting on some supplies for that. And I left them out in the living room, but I have all of my pride flags done. Pride banners. Banners like this, but, you know, pride flags, not just a crow. And I hope to put those up on my Etsy soon. And I made the last two that I had meant to do that I decided I wasn't going to bother doing on stream. So, did that last night. What else? undid the stitch. Tisk tisk. Need to make longer stitches. Sake did send me a video with some embroidery stuff, but I did not watch it yet. So, we're just working on this flower now. I oiled my sewing machine. So that's something. I had never done that before, and that's not great. But I don't use it all that much either. Oh, I was going to send a picture of the pillowcases that I sewed on the machine to the Discord. I'll have to do that after stream. See if I can fit in a walk today as well, since I did not do that this morning, and the air quality is actually okay. Trying to make sure I'm not getting tangled up in this stuff. Namely the straps. Let's see. Have you got plans for 4th of July weekend? For those of you that live in the States. Let's see, I'm going to do some stuff with Spike's family tomorrow. And I'll probably bring this to work on. And I've got a practice tabling thing on Sunday with Ms. Murr. So that'll be interesting, but I think it's a good idea, because I've never tabled anything before. It'll be a good chance to set up what I want everything to look like, make sure that I have everything that we need, all that jazz. Might do some stuff with friends for the actual 4th evening. And let's see. It's getting busy. Got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of ideas, stuff to work on. Which is good, but also I'm working real hard, and that can be too much, I suppose. I'm a little worried about working too hard and getting sick. But it's good to have the momentum too. I like having ideas, and I like working on stuff. Da, 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 da. Picked up actually a bunch more colors of these because they were on sale at was this Michael's or Joann's? This one was Michael's for 25 cents a piece. So I was like, okay. So I got a bunch of those. That's what I'm using right now. Anchor stranded cotton mercerized. I don't know what that means. 10 meters. Sorry, distracted by the label. See, oh yeah, I've been working on I showed y'all the choo-choo mock-ups I had for plushies. Which sounds very official, but no, it's just plushies that I'd be sewing myself. And I've been mocking up some sand seals as well. Some Breath of the Wild sand seals. So I was a little, I don't know about smarter for that one, but it's got a lot more going on with it. So I was just focusing on the shape of the body first. So where I want them to be about, I don't know, that big or so. I was just doing little mock-ups of about that big. So I wasn't wasting a bunch of material. So I think I've got a pretty good body shape. I just need to size it up a bit and then do all the rest of the pieces. But the rest of the pieces are pretty flat, pretty easy to deal with. So I wasn't worried about any of those. This one's a big petal. I move the mic below me so I'm not looking around it all the time. Let's try that. The Steam summer sale is on. I should check out if anything I want is on sale. Da, 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 da. I'm just gonna pull this one out. No? Okay. Decide whether I want to do a I think I want to do some French knots around here, but I haven't exactly left a lot of room for it. So maybe I won't. for this one. But I think it would look better if I did. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, Toby was sitting on my lap earlier when I was eating breakfast. He was just draped across my tummy and it felt so nice. Just like, oh, just nice, pleasant, warm, soft kitty. Just a couple more petals left. Da, 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 da. A little tangled up there. Da, 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 da. Wonder why now it's deciding to coil up a lot. Have I twisted it a bunch? Well, that didn't do anything. I guess I'm gonna have to start like putting my fingers back here. So if I introduce a finger in the path or in the loop, it breaks up the coiling. It's a little harder to do. And it really slows down the process, apparently. Da, 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 da. for where it actually is. I guess we can also just do this, kind of pinch it as it's going in. It's a little easier to figure out what's going on behind it then, where I can't actually see. That one doesn't look very good, does it? Passable. I'll take it. Alright, just a couple more loops. Oh, this one's pretty short. You know, I'm not one for Mega Man games, but the music is really good. You know, more power to you if you do like Mega Man games. It's just not my... I'm pretty bad at all platformers. Oh, well, that one didn't work. Mega Man stream when? Ugh. I'm having enough trouble with Pikmin. I guess we do own Mega Man something, don't we? Or were we borrowing that? We must have been borrowing it, like a 10-year anniversary something on the not the PlayStation, the GameCube. Getting over it, yeah, that's not gonna happen. This is supposed to be a chill stream, Spike. Okay, now, instead of leaving a long thing trailing from there to there, I'm going to weave my way through some of this stuff. And that way the thread isn't loose and able to catch on things. You know, I don't know. It might be Williams. It might be mine. I thought it was PlayStation 2. It might be PlayStation 2. You're probably right, actually. Oops. See? Now it's just tucked in there. And I don't have a really long one of these. I'm on this side, okay. I feel like it was Williams because I think it was in a stack of stuff from that we were borrowing from him for a long time. Hunter was definitely his, right? Hunter the Reckoning, I think. Yes. I can't remember what else would have been in the pile, though, so... Shrug? I was just thinking, hey, maybe I could play Typing of the Dead on stream. It's like, well, considering my keyboard types like 4 S's and some of the other ones all the time, maybe not right now. It's real tough to do passwords when your keyboard is like double typing a lot of things. Come on. Hey, we did the thing. Let's try fixing that this weekend. Mine is working better, I think, but it's still a bit problematic. It's not so problematic that I feel like you need to fix it right away, but it would be nice. Okay, you tie a knot in the back of this, and then I want to try doing some French knots, I guess. Do you have any idea about what food is going to happen at the cabin? I suppose not, if it's like a 4-day event for some of your family and we're only going 1 day. Probably just be like whatever. No specific meal. Okay, right now I'm just looping it through. I'm not actually tying a knot. Come on. There we go. That's a little better. One more. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that one threaded for now and try a different needle. Because threading these is a pain in the patootie. I don't know, this much? So this one is 03A2. These don't have fancy names. This is dark brown. Alright, let's see if I can do this up close to my face. Come on. No. Got it. Bonked the mic. Okay, so same procedure here. Tie a knot in the end. This song is weird. What is this? Pokemon something? Mally City at Night. Come on, phone. From Pokemon Sun and Moon. Okay, I haven't played that one. Alright, let's just try doing one right around here. So a French knot is basically making a little bundle into a knot on the top, and then you tuck the end back in so you don't see the ends. So what you do is you wrap the thread around your needle close to the material. You can do this, 2 times, 5 times, depends on how big you want it to look and how uniform. The more you put around there, the bigger and the less uniform they're going to look. So I've wrapped it around, I'm putting it right back in. I'm putting my thumb against this so it doesn't go anywhere. And then, especially with all this other embroidery here, I'm going to have a really hard time pulling the needle through. I left all of my other thread out in the living room, which includes my thimbles. Okay. Okay, so that's a little small, but there it is, a little knot. da, 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 da. Oh, come on. So let's try doing 4 times around. 2, 3, 4. Put it back in. I think I need my thimbles for this. You still have a half an hour before the break. My fingers are just too slippery. Oh, no, that's not it. Thought there might have been one in here for a second, but no, it's something else. You know, it could work even better potentially is a small pliers. But it would have to be one that wouldn't that would actually grip the needle and not just slide through it. Okay, so that one's bigger, a little more what I'm looking for here. Filling a little bit more space. So I kind of want to leave this one and work on something else until I get my thimbles. But then I have to worry about the thread being in the way, moving the hoop away to a different spot. I'll just go get them right now. I'll be back in just a second. Got the stuff. Got the stuff. I also grabbed these. So this one's new. And this one's new. These ones are mine. Mine. No, these represent me, non-binary and pansexual. So yeah, I've got all of these flags I gotta put on my store. I think I want to get some split rings, you know, like the keychain rings, and put those around them. But I don't have any, so I think I'll just put them up like this for now. Okay, thimbles. Got some metal ones. They look good. Thank you, Sake. Had an unfortunate accident with this one, but I'll just take a picture of the front, and I won't sell any ones that do this. I'll make sure that they're better than that. I guess you can't really see it. Let me see. The yellow got squished a little too close to the grommet here. I guess guess I haven't figured out how much I want to charge for those yet. I'm gonna have to do that. And then one more thing, switch all those, is I grabbed all of these. Oh, and there they go. So a bunch of different colors. Try not to get the same greens that I had before. I think I managed to succeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's $3.25 right here. These ones are pretty close. Oh, not the same though. And yeah, okay, cool. Back to business. How does this thread keep appearing everywhere? Okay. Let's see, now these ones are the ones that feel the best on my fingers, but also do the least amount of help. They slide around, and these are not going to work for this. It's probably good if you just need a slightly better grip on stuff than your fingers, but if you're actually trying to move anything, not great. Gotta sneeze again. These ones are a little better, have similar problem but not the same, but they cut off the circulation of even this finger. Flashbacks to Squishy, Barbie, and Polly Pocket clothes. Yo, you had the Polly Pockets that are actually big enough to have clothes? That sounded so rude the way it came out. No, I only had the itty bitty Polly Pockets. But yeah, that was a little after, I guess. Squishy Barbie clothes. Like the things that had the split in the back, so you'd pull them off that way or whatever. Got some from garage sales and thrift stores. See, now they're stuck on my fingers. So not great to use those for an extended period of time. This one's good for when you just need to push it through the material. Yeah, those look so small. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe that way they don't slip around on your finger as much. But I got these metal ones, which probably will do a similar thing as this one, where it's just kind of good for pushing through. It's got these spacers so you can fit it on anybody's finger. Oh boy, that feels weird though. My fingers, I don't know, probably most people's fingers do this, but they're not straight, right? But this thing is sitting like it's supposed to be straight, so it feels weird. I'm sure I can get used to it. Mine do that. Weird. I'm guessing it's probably more universal than not, but I don't know. I haven't been looking at everybody's hands. These all the same size? No, this one's bigger, isn't it? This one's bigger. It feels a little less bad. QS. GS? Q. Who could say? Alright, but I don't know how well these would work for... That looks so bad. Stretch it out a little bit. Trying to fit my big old knuckle in there. Not great. That's not great. Okay, well, maybe we can fit this one on my thumb. That might work. Okay. Now, of course, I can't feel anything, so this will be weird. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got back in where we came from. Run into the thing out of the way. Okay. It's not super fun to use, but it worked. Da-da-da-da. Now, I think I'm only having this much of a problem because I'm going through all of this thread as well as the fabric. You do get some resistance with the French knots in general, but not usually so much that you need to pull out a metal and leather thimble. So that one was pretty loose. Doesn't look great. You can see, but there's like a whole loop here. So that's not ideal. Maybe I can grab that in this one and, I don't know, do anything about it. Two, three, four. I think part of it is because I don't have it so close to the material. So you can see I like pulling it this way when I'm wrapping it around, and if I don't get it back down towards the material with as little thread in between, the needle... Okay. Okay, I think that one's better, and then this is just the loop from before. Alright, I'm gonna actually stop doing this on stream. It's a little too frustrating. My fingers are getting weird. I think it's something I need to do here and there, so I'll do that off stream. I'm gonna go ahead and just tie a knot in the back. Alright, but the idea is to do a little circle on the inside, so it's got the center of the flower. You know, you got the ray petals and the... what are these ones called? Computer, stop. Plant anatomy. Okay, yep. Ray flowers. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. I don't want all of this fluff. disc flowers. That's it. So you have the ray flowers and the disc flowers. Like on a sunflower, for example. All of the petals actually have some flower parts at the very base of them, but they're usually not fertile. They don't usually create seeds. Whereas all of the disc flowers on the inside, you can see there's a bunch of little things, create their own individual seeds. Hence, you get the sunflower seeds. Oh, thank you, Sake. I think it will. It's just a bit of the, like doing it in front of the camera, a specific distance away from me, trying to manage all the little bits. I think it would be better just to do that part later. Can't really get comfy. Yep. You got it. So let's find a different spot to work on. Alright, you can't really see any of the stuff, but got this leaf and this flower mostly done. It would be good to do some of these big petals, but I haven't precisely decided how I want to do them. Because, let's put that paper as near to the flame as I can. How about that? So, I'm going to do hibiscus flowers, and then they're going to be full of little 4-petaled flowers. Like that. So the circle is, again, just a guide. But I'm not sure how I want to fill in these petals. I feel like there's got to be a better way than what's in my head of just doing, like, different lengths. I don't think that'll look the way I want it to. So I think I'm going to wait on that some more until I look up some stuff. So that means something else to work on. Shrug, shrug, shrug. Sounds very pretty. Thank you. I guess. That's the idea. I probably should just do some more of these leaves. They may be boring to watch, but they're what I know exactly what I need to do. Yeah? Hello! Hi! Meow! Mr. Reg, did you wake up? Beautiful. It's not the right towel. It's your towel. Oh, there it is. Gibby. Yeah. Okay, Kuya. I got your towel up here. Come on. Up, up, up. Hey, come on. Come on. I don't know what your holdup is. We'll come back in 9 minutes, okay? We'll do the ad break and then you can come up. Huh? Stretch. Hi, yeah? Come up here. Meow. Meow. She's doing that thing where she comes up and then she walks away and then she comes back up and then she walks away and then you look away and then she's all of a sudden on your lap. Your paws on your lap. Doing the claws. Come up here. I got you. Hi. Yes. Bonk. Chig let me hold him for the first time recently. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah. Wants to love but doesn't know how. Indecisive queen, yes. By hold I mean like settled in and purred and sleepied a little. Oh, it's so sweet. Actually have the basket now that I put you all the way up there. Would you like to be in the basket? Toby needs huggies before I leave for work in the morning. Yeah. Toby hops right up on Spike's shoulders in the morning, apparently. Hey, what if I put the basket and then the towel in the basket? What about that? Oops, knocking over stuff. Here you go. Here, I'll put the plant on top so you can rub your face on the plant. Oh, nope, there goes my... Nope, that's something else. Nope, that's part of that. Breaking my leaf. Guess I don't know where to put it that it wouldn't break. Come on, Kuya. Sit in the basket. Sometimes I think he's lazy when trying to leap into my arms. Like, come on, you can do better than that. But he purrs and purrs when I hold him, and sometimes I hum for him. Not sure if he actually likes it, lol. I'm so jealous of Toby doing stuff with Spike. Like, come on, I want it. I want the love. It's true. Spike is cute. And so is Kuya. In the basket, out of the basket. What is it that you want? I know. Big Cat loves William in a different way, and I'm jelly too. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, keep lying down. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, look at you. It's a bromance thing. We're considering getting a third after moving into the new place a few months out from that. We'll see. Chick has been trying to snuggle Nyar more, but Nyar do not want the snuggles. She likes the scratches. Yeah. That kind of is what happened with Mako and Morgan. Except Mako wanted to hump Kuya, and she did not want it. She is so pretty. And Morgan was a foster fail, but Morgan and Mako cuddled a lot, all the time. Yeah. So, Toby and Kuya don't snuggle, but she's a lot more comfortable around just him than Mako and Morgan. Chick is a very social and very cuddly guy, and Yar only wants to socialize with the humans. I'm glad she's at least comfy. Yeah. During all the grieving, it was like, well, I mean, I guess Kui is going to be more comfortable now, so that's something. Yeah. Spike and I were like brainstorming about ways to give her spaces to get to and hide that they wouldn't be able to get to. And just like, well, I don't, like, do we have to get one of those collars? See this? She's like gripping onto the edge. Well, not gripping per se, but like claws out a little bit. Hey. I just want people to be able to see you a little better. Yeah, you don't like the nose thing that Toby likes. You don't mind it, but it's not like your thing. You like the shoulders, though. It's always really cool to find something that the cats, that like each individual cat really likes. Like Toby likes the bridge of his nose and up to his forehead petted very gently. Morgan liked to be petted like this a lot. He would just melt for that. Kui's being very tolerant of me. Thank you, honey. And Mako loved to be paddled on the hips. Jack loved his chin scratched. Like that. Kui likes it a bit, but then she's over it. And I think she's got like an easier gag reflex than me even. Because if you're scratching her chin, sometimes she'll gag and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. But I haven't figured out a specific thing for Kuya other than the shoulders, but she doesn't really melt for that. She's just like, yeah, that's good. Ears? How ears? Spike likes his ears pet. Okay. Okay, well, I think the behind the ears scritch is just because her ears are always dirty. So there's always something there bothering her. Yeah. She's going into the vet next week, I think. Just for a tech appointment. Get up to date on rabies and one of the other ones. And I'll take a look in her ears before we go and see if she needs another look at them. They're looking better than they used to, though. Big Cat does not like pats all over. He hates it. Warning bites, but Chink likes it. I guess Kuya is, you gotta get her settled down a little bit, and then you gotta give her the gentle but full body massage. And I mean like body, not limbs or anything. But you gotta do it real gentle and intentional. You're paying attention to what you're doing. Then she likes that. Yeah. We all know what my melt spot is. It's back scratches. Spikes, I guess, is cleaning his ears with Q-tips. Back scratches are the best. Yes. Yeah. And we don't recommend Q-tips for everybody for cleaning their ears. Spike has hearing aids, and they get very moist in there, and other things. I actually produce too much earwax, and so I have a different method of cleaning my ears. It's not Q-tips. The end. Alright, Kuya. If I get up from the chair and press a button and then sit back down, will you stay here? Alright, let's just do this leaf here. Actually, if we do it this way, then I can fit both leaves in the same thing. Okay, the flat part on the bottom. Oh, it's because this thing is in the way. Oh dear. Is this going to work? Loosen it up a little more. Come on. There we go. Tighten it up. That's the problem with not knowing all the things you're doing with all the stuff, is you can't... I'm going around and then I'm going to have problems with these things being in the way. But I'll figure it out. Sorry about that. Okay, this is the right green. Got a knot in it. Covered up my needle. How am I supposed to thread this through the needle? That's insane! Can't see anything. Basically, they're all different lengths and they're all fraying. So close. Yes? Yes! I think. Yes. Okay, we got a thing. Time to stretch. I think last time I did the line first, then the outside, and then the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to do longer stitches for this one. If I can get the needle to do what I want it to. Split the thread, jeez. Is it too far? That's maybe a little too far. Da, 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 da. So I'm trying to come up in the middle of the thread, like splitting it apart. But it's like, you know, thread's here, needle going like this, needle going like that. The heck? Da, 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 da. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes again. Happy little leaf time. Yes, this leaf needs a friend. The flower doesn't count, apparently. Alright, do this. Da, 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 da. Okay. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Okay. As much as I don't want to rethread this, I don't want the leaf to look like this. I want it to look like that, even though that's not the way my sketch looks, even though you can't see that. But it was like the critical point there that I didn't do right. Come on. Okay. We're closer to this thing now, so it's like even more important that I'm keeping it out of the way. Ow, that's my finger. I found it. Just like when you're parking it up next to a curb or against a curb in the front, and you're like, you reach it and you're like, well, I found the curb. I don't parallel park very much. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. da, da, da. Mm. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. It's a little wonky shaped, but that's okay. We're all a little wonky shaped. Okay, how do I do this one? Opposite. Okay. So if the well, this works for leaves or for trees or whatever, is if the veins or branches, you got the central one here, and if they're meet at the same spot, they're called opposite. If they meet like that, they're alternating. So I did this leaf opposite, so I'm going to do this leaf opposite as well, since it's supposed to be part of the same plant. Mm-hmm. You can use that to identify things as a tool in your arsenal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I need to switch threads now. Getting a little short. Mm-hmm. And I managed to fit 4 rows in there. Okay. Huh. The difference between which direction I'm going, I guess. Let's see, you can see that this side is much longer and this side is much shorter. I don't know why. Maybe I just started doing longer stitches here. Shrug. Okay, now I gotta make sure I'm using the same green, since I bought a bunch of other greens. I'm gonna go ahead and make this one long so I can do the second leaf with it as well. This is 0263. I just realized, Sake, once you get your house, I can split some plants and give you plants. Yeah, yay. Can definitely do some catmint and definitely daylilies. Hostas as well. What else can I spread? I could probably collect some hollyhock seeds and give those to you. The peony, maybe? In a couple of years I could do rhubarb. I've only planted it last year, I think, so it's still establishing. Speaking of, William and I are planning to go to Missouri sometime late August or through September. My mother has many plants available for digging out and packing up if you're interested. Oh, yes. Yes, Sake, yes. That would be so nice. Da, da. Did I do one at the base? I did not do one at the base. Base. Da, 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 da. I have I have a blueberry bush, but despite it being several years old, it's about this big. I think I need to move it to a different location. Blueberry's like acidic soil, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna plant it, relatively close to the spruce tree with all the needles that will fall that make the soil acidic. Fallen leaves that aren't cleaned up are acidic as well, make the soil more acidic. But I think it might not be getting enough light. It might just be too acidic. It hasn't died. It's got a little cage around it, so it hasn't been eaten. I didn't know about leaves. Yeah, that's part of why our lawn is so crappy, is because we don't pick up the leaves. We'd have to bring them somewhere, and we don't have a vehicle for that. Glad it hasn't died. Yeah. I think it's the like pink confetti version or something, so it would actually have pink berries if it ever got around to it. It was developed by the U, I remember that. I also have a hardy kiwi that's not pink lemonade, I don't think. That's all that's coming up. I don't know. Apparently there's a bunch of them. Yes, I also have a kiwi, which is not normally a hardy to Minnesota. Hardy meaning like it can last through the winters. This one's doing fine, but it's like every year, instead of growing new buds from the old tissue, it's just growing new vines from the bottom every time. So it's just like first year growth every year. And the older stuff is there. It's like become woody and whatever, but it's like, oh, well, I'm glad you're not dead. I said we could look into getting a compost bin from the city. I don't think you ever decide on anything. But we have a compost bin. I think what you mean is a I guess it would probably be called a compost bin. One that the city takes. Phone, what did you want? Phone? Yeah, sorry. I got distracted by the phone. It'd probably be good. It'd be nice to. Our rain barrel broke as well. But Spike's gonna try to fix that. Oh my god! I said I don't want emails, Square Enix. I said no emails. Don't tell me about SpongeBob Power Wash Simulator. That sounds great, but no. Buzz off. Yeah, I guess I got a little off topic. I think I bought Power Wash Simulator, but I don't want to interrupt a second game on stream. Let's not look up another thing. Let's just keep working. What other plants? I got some new plants this year, so they're not going to be ready to spread. I'm not sure if all of them would either. And by I got some new plants, I mean my mom bought me some plants. Thank you, Mom. The city that Spike and I grew up in used to give away trees every spring. You know, you'd have an option of like 3 saplings you could get, and that's how we got a bunch of our trees. Yeah, the first year we got one from Spike's family who lives there, one from my dad who lives there, and one from my dad's friends. So we got 3 trees out of that. 2 of them are still doing great. One of them got like infested by bugs and fell over last year. But did we get another tree that way? No, I don't think so. But I don't think they're doing it anymore. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Is this song? Oh, it's Final Fantasy, no wonder. It's so not familiar anymore. It's been so long since I've actually been playing Final Fantasy games. But they used to be a big part of my life. Da, 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 da. We had 2 trees fall over last year. One was the little one, so it was only... I mean, it was a sapling when we got it, so it was probably 3 or 4 years old then. But then it made it 3 or 4 more years. But then one of our big spruce trees fell over way in the back. It must have been during a windstorm or something. I don't like the spruce trees. I really wish they were pine trees instead. So, I don't know. Colorado blue spruce is like the biggest thing Minnesota has ever decided to plant for evergreen trees. And they can look all right, but I prefer pines so much more for a variety of reasons. Or firs. Firs are not as common. Or tamaracks. Those are all native to here. But I think pine trees, you think of up north, like where my grandma lives. It's got huge stands of red pines. Sake can know this, and Spike can know this, but nobody else. But the biggest difference for me is the needles. Spruce needles are sharp, and I cannot walk barefoot in my yard because the needles are so sharp. And pine needles are really soft. By comparison, fir needles aren't even pokey in the slightest. I really like cypresses as well. Arborvitaes, they've got a few different names. And they can look so good if they're growing right, but if they get like sunburnt or if all of the bottom dies out of them, sometimes they can look really trashy, which is unfortunate. But let's do a little plant lesson, huh? We'll take this big old stained piece of paper. We have a bigger marker here. Yes, got a Sharpie. Okay. So, a love plant. Alright, so this is Minnesota specific. MN, not just squiggle. Because most of what I learned about is Minnesota stuff. There are other things that are evergreen elsewhere. Just like plants that are annuals here are perennial elsewhere, meaning they come back year after year after year. But here they die out because the winters are too cold. So, as far as evergreens go, you got your pines. You got your spruce. You got your firs. You got your cypress. And you got your tamarack or larch. So pine trees have generally longer needles that are in a little bundle, usually 2 or 5. Spruce trees are singular, shorter and sharp-ended needles that are not in bundles. So they come off as individual pieces. Firs are like rounded, flat pieces. What I always think of is Lego trees. They have that feel of the Lego tree and that kind of look. So these ones are really not soft, but just rounded. Cypress, junipers also fall under this rule, have what's called scale leaves. So they branch off like this, and if you're picking up, they'll crumble into these little scales. Tamarack and larch, I think, are similar to pines in which they're very long. I don't remember if they're bundled or not. I have less familiarity with these. They're great for like swamps and stuff. Pine tree habits tend to be more up and branching like this. So like my favorite tree on my grandma's property is a Norway pine, and it climbs above all of the rest of the trees, and you can see it branching out like that. Spruce trees are what you think of in the shape of pine trees. So a lot of times when people say, "Oh, that's a pine tree," it's a spruce tree more often. They can get droopy and fun, depending. Fir trees, I don't remember very much about. I think these ones can also be like Christmas tree shaped. In my opinion, they make some of the best Christmas trees because of how soft they are. But I think a lot of people actually buy pine trees for Christmas trees, even though they don't have the same shape or habit. Cypress and junipers can go kind of all over the place, but they're kind of drapey like that. Or you've got the columnar ones like that. Yews are also evergreen here. I have one of those. Those ones are, I'm trying to remember. I think the needles are shaped like spruce trees, but they're not as sharp. They've got little fruits on them called areoles. These have little cones that look like little flowers. I think fir cones are small. Larch cones are small and soft. Spruce cones tend to be like longer. And they've got like those flaky looking things. So if you see a cone that you can crunch under your feet really easily, that's like longer and bigger, that's a spruce cone. Pine cones are like this. They're much woodier and firmer. These are ones that have opened up. The seeds come out of the inside. tend to have this like diamondish pattern here. So yeah, if you step on it and it hurts, it's probably a pine cone. I had a bunch of these somewhere. They look like little wooden roses. Very cute. Use kind of do the big lumpy. I think these ones can be shaped pretty well, and these ones too. Is anything else I was getting at for these? That might be it. I'm thinking. There are others, I'm sure. And there's lots of like varieties that people have made, like pines that are very shrub-like and crawl kind of around the ground. Those are very popular outside like restaurants and stuff. Just space fillers that are fairly low maintenance. That's most of what you'll see for junipers, actually, which fall here. Yeah, there are other things that are native here. Buxus might just be called box. I'm not very familiar with these ones. They've got like little leaflets, but they're thick and waxy. Those are good for shaping into like, you know, dinosaurs or whatever. This is a dinosaur. There. Okay, there. Some of my plant knowledge has been imparted. I know a lot of things. Not as great about keeping things alive and in the best of condition. All right, let's get back to work. I have become learned. Thank you for your assistance, Sharpie. You may go back. Yeah. So, I don't know. Usually, if you have big trees in your lot, you're stuck with them unless you want to remove them. But, like, it's a ridiculous idea to remove our giant spruce trees and plant giant pine trees. It's possible. It's not economically sound or practically sound, or, you know, it's not in any way a good idea. But if you're planting stuff, you can choose what you want to plant. So that's nice. But then of course it'll take like 30 years to get to the size you want it to get to. So it does depend on the kind of tree. Getting away from evergreens, maples tend to grow pretty fast, especially silver maples and box elders or black maples. So they, I mean, I'm going to use this word again, even though it's not really a great word to use, but they can be kind of trashy. They grow fast, and when they are threatened with disease or damage from like storms or whatever, they just drop their limbs. Like, oh, you're having a problem? Goodbye. And so you get branches all over your yard, or well, your neighbor gets them all. So like when the city redid my dad's streets, they had a choice of some trees to put in when they took out everybody's trees that are so close to the street. So his ash tree got taken out, which was just as well, I suppose. considering Emerald Ash Borer is around. And upon my recommendation, he chose the Freeman maple. Freeman, I think? Yeah. And so it was, you know, what you might think of as a sapling when he got it, and now it's like 20 feet tall. And this has only been like 7 years or something. A little later, he got a free oak from the city, you know, the part of the program that I mentioned earlier. And that one's still like about as small as it was when he got it. They grow so much slower, but they grow thick and sturdy and strong. And instead of dropping when they sense a problem, they will like grow around it instead. So both maples and oaks have a lot of debris though, from seeds. Maples have the helicopters, or officially samaras. Hi Mats, welcome. You missed the big plant lesson. Now I'm just babbling about plants. Long time no see. How are you doing? Missed a few streams, heh. Yeah, no worries. Summer is a busy time for lots of people, so that's basically what I think of whenever I don't see anybody around. Like, oh, yeah, people are busy. Yeah. I think I might actually be skipping a stream next week. Because I have plans for Friday, and I don't think I actually have time for on Thursday to do a makeup stream early. But yeah, plants and streams and busyness and stuff. Excited for Friday. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then next day I have to get up early and go to table a thing. It'll be... Wait, not this week. Next week. Yes. Sorry, it's Friday today. So I'm still in this week, but we're talking about next week. Ugh, my brain. Yeah. So that'll be a thing. Are Spike and I hosting that? I don't think anybody decided, but I guess we're probably the ones, huh? Thank you. Maru will be with me, so it won't be a problem. I don't think anyone decided, but if you wouldn't mind, that would be great. Sure, no problem. That way I don't have to worry about getting home at a reasonable time. Mats is doing very great. Good. Just kind of had overlapping times with stuff, so that's why. I have been up to playing lots of games with friends, making passion projects together with other friends, learning Ren'Py now, apparently. So yeah, lots to do. William and I will eventually be able to host, lol. Yeah. Yeah, what's Ren'Py? Visual novel maker player. Okay. Thank you, Sake. What am I thinking of? I guess it's just called RPG Maker. It's not that. It's quite easy to learn the basics, and you can do a lot with it. Cool. Ren'Py, the game engine for visual novels. You said it correctly. The first Ren'Py. Okay. Like cutie pie nickname for Renaissance. Ren'Py. Cool. That's really exciting. It's always fun to be working on stuff with people. see. Oh, I guess it would be good to tell Mats what I'm working on, huh? So, let me just put the needle in there. So I've got this pair of overalls. Yeah, straps here. Straps. Chest. You know, it's very slouchy. Bottoms. And I'm working on embroidering that big old design on the front. So I started this on Tuesday. Plant-based overalls, yes. Yeah. So I started by loosely sewing on this white material on the back. That's what all this purple is about. And so when everything's embroidered on there, I can take out the purple stitches real easy, and the white will stay there because it's being put on with all of these. That's just to give it a little bit more structure, and to give the threads a little bit more to hang on to, because this material is actually pretty thin. So I did not make these overalls. I bought them, but I am designing a design on them, and I did sew elastic into the legs, but I did that off stream. Yeah, comfy. Yeah, they are super comfy. They're just slouchy and nice. So the top is my first idea, with like mushrooms and moss and bees and mice. But I figured that was a little complex for my not knowing all that much about embroidery. So I went with a looser flowers and leaves and vines and things. So yeah, that's what we're working on. I got this leaf and about half of this flower done last stream. I finished up this flower, started the inside, and decided that's going to be better to do off stream because of it being a little difficult to do on stream with needing to have my microphone in the way, needing to be on camera, and then the difficulty of pushing the needle through all of this thread. So we went up to this leaf, and now we're working on this leaf. Yeah, making some good progress. I plan to work on it tomorrow as well, off stream, of course. So when I come back on Tuesday, hopefully I'll have some more work done on it. I'd like to get it done by the time I'm doing a table on the next Saturday. Oh, and for the most part, I've done a single kind of stitch, which is, you go down through the material, and then you come back with your needle through the middle of your previous stitch, and then you just rinse and repeat. Go down, come back up through the middle. And you want to split the thread on your way up. That's called a stem stitch. And since I don't need to worry about what the backs look like, which I did for some of my banners, I can do this kind of stitch, and I find it looks more even for me to do this than to do like a running stitch or a back stitch, both of which look kind of like your normal stitching style. Yeah, so I do have it like lightly sketched out in pencil on here, the rough idea of everything, but it's kind of impossible to see on screen. It's difficult for me to see even right here. But yeah. Me with no understanding of stitching. Yeah. I'm understanding half of what you say. I'm trying to keep it kind of basic, but my brain doesn't work super well. So it just kind of comes out. Okay. So you can find examples here. Okay, so you remember this one? So this is called a running stitch, where you have gaps in between. This is like the most basic stitch you'd ever learn. You can see on the back, it looks the same, but it's, opposite. Let's find an example of the back stitch now. Okay, well, I can't see the back. This one could be a back stitch, where the gaps are all filled in. And you're going like, how does one explain this? You come up through the material ahead of where you want to be, and then you put it back down at the end of the last stitch. And then you come back out, further where you want the front edge of your stitch to be, and then you go to the front edge of the last stitch. That's a back stitch. It's soothing to listen to. Okay, good. I can get that same look by doing running stitches, going forward and then doing a running stitch in all the gaps around a second time. And that's how I do it for things that I need to look at the back and front of, because the back stitch will have a lot of extra thread on the back that won't look nice. Yeah, and then the stem stitches are what I'm doing now. And I did some French knots over here, which is just like a knot that looks good on the top of the material. Gotta have a blanket stitch around here, right? This is a little hard to see, but that might be the one I have. Okay, so this one's called a blanket stitch. You think of it like on the edge of a blanket where you got the stitches going into the blanket. And you can't really see, but there's thread along the top of this. So you're, coming up and then you're looping through it, and then you come up again and then you loop through it. It's one that I had to think about before I do it every time still, but I've gotten a lot better at it. My cactus is also the blanket stitch here. So you can do it on things that aren't an edge, but that's where my brain gets real fuzzy. And those are the stitches I know. Everything else I'm just making up. But I will learn more. See, these are examples of French knots. These little circles. These ones as well. This one's also got a blanket stitch at the top, but you can't see it. Also little French knots. These are a bunch of French knots, all just jumbled together. These look great. Thank you. They're fun. I'm ready to get back to the banners on stream, but I want to do this first. So, but these ones are nice. Nice to work on a little bigger scale. And fun to have it themed to what we're doing on stream, not just random ideas. Not that random ideas are bad, but feels more relevant. I got a big project that I'm working on. And by working on, I mean I worked on 2 years ago and then stopped and haven't picked it back up again. But that one's a secret. So, but I'm holding it. It's right in front of me. I don't think I can give you guys a sneak peek, like a little preview at all without it being obvious what's going on. So I'm not going to. One day. Back to work. Here's another random fact plant. Here's another random plant fact. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't spit that out. Just because I'm thinking of it recently. Yeah, this is our lesson from earlier. So when you plant a seed, you got your seed. You got a couple of different kinds. You got ones that are like beans, and you got ones that are like corn, where beans have 2 halves. Corn doesn't have 2 halves. That part's not important, but you plant a seed onto the soil. The first thing that comes out is a little stem-looking thing, and that goes up to the surface. It's called a radicle. R-A-D-I-C-L-E. So not rad. And that will, you know, even if it's coming out the bottom, it'll wrap around to the top. And then that will shoot out the first 2 leaves of the plant. I don't know if it's always 2. It might always be 2. But the interesting part about this is that these leaves do not necessarily or usually look like the leaves of the adult plant. They're maybe I can write this somewhere where you can actually read it. Cotyledons. They're called cotyledons. And they're basically are these cotyledonous leaves. These might be called the cotyledons. Oh boy, my brain. Okay, well, they're related. So the seed has the energy that it takes to send this out and to put out the first leaves. And then the first leaves will get sunlight from the sun. And then I think a root might grow out first. Half-baked learning with Whisper. I can only remember half the things. Regardless. These 2 leaves don't... The whole point of me trying to do all this is that the first 2 leaves don't necessarily look like the final plant. So if you have a plant with heart-shaped leaves, as an adult, they might be like weird ovular leaves. And you can use that as identification of seedlings if you are looking at seedlings and you don't know what it is, but you have an idea of what things look like. The end. I wasn't very good at it. Little baby leaves look a lot like each other. I'm not stalling. I'm just distracted. Reverse caps. Just little fun breaks in the show. Woo-woo. Yeah. Nope. I undid that stitch again. If you go down and then you come back up through the same hole, you just take the stitch out instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that happens to me occasionally, especially when I'm doing smaller stitches instead of bigger ones. Da-da-da. Huzzah! Did Spike get that from you, or did you get that from Spike? Or did you both get it from a separate resource? Resource? Source. Spike, what were we watching where something sounded like Not Wizards? If you're listening and able to respond. What did we watch recently? We watched 16 Candles, but it wasn't that. Tron. It was something in Tron. Right? Spike and I had never seen Tron. This is the first one. There was somebody in there that sounded that, you know, I would, I don't remember any lines from Not Wizards that are the leg robot. Oh, sorry. Spike has seen Tron. I knew that. You talked about it. I just forgot. Halo. Tired. Oh, hello? Hello? Not the turd. She had one job. She ran the old dog. The pub. I've got one job, too. It's not too bad. But bin men get sad. Anyone can see she the one for me. But how can one ask her out? All I can say, it's... Did you put the bin out for the bin guy? It's all I'll ask. Did you put the bin out for the bin guy? It's all bin men ask. It's bin day. Did you put the bin out? Please say yes. Yes, you put the bin out. It's all I can ask her. It's, did you put the bin out for the bin guy? Oh, messed up a little at the end there. That's a song called Bin Guy. You didn't think I could sing the whole thing, Spike, did you? It's my favorite song. It's not my favorite song, but I love it every time it comes up. It's Brett Domino. Brett, and then Domino, like the game that nobody knows about anymore. Actually, I'm not surprised that you can, lol. The idea is it's a song made out of only 3-letter words. There's a couple little cheats in there, but it's great. I love it. I introduced Sake to Red Domino, and Sake loves it too. He's like the epitome of British awkward humor. I guess. Like, not laugh out loud funny. But whatever. More dry humor. Yeah. The bassoon song is also great. How to Write a Hit Pop Song, I think. Unfortunately, his some of his stuff isn't on Spotify, so I put it on my own Spotify by buying it out in Gumroad and using local files on Spotify. It was an ordeal. Speaking of things that only Sake, I mean, I guess Spike a little bit would know about. I'm finally working on watching some YouTube videos again. No, not editing my own content for YouTube's, but you doing 4 things at once. Sorry, I'm not talking much. That's okay. Don't worry about it. As long as you're not offended that I'm talking about stuff that you don't necessarily know much about. So I watched some of Sake's stuff. Always great. I watched The Murder of Sonic, or whatever that is. I watched the Grumps play that. I watched some of that originally on Yvonne's stream, Yvonne B. Seen it in passing, but I haven't watched. It was pretty good. The UI director or designer, maybe, for Dream Daddy is one of the main creators of it. So that's something. Oh, and then I was like, I know this is 4 hours long, and I don't have 4 hours to watch this right now, but I'm gonna watch Gab play Nancy Drew. So I was watching the German one that might be like a month old or something now. It's so good. I love the characters. I love the stupid German accents. They're not so far off. They're not too bad. It's so good. So I'm about halfway through that. And you got Carl playing with his little action figures. Hide them away on screen when Nancy comes in. And Lucas, the little boy, is so good. He bonks his head on the table even. Like, who wrote this one? It's so good. So I'm excited to watch the end of that. Oh no! Not paying attention, and I got it wrapped around the strap there. I made sure to pause and cue it up so Spike could see the action figures. I don't think he was that impressed by it. Too excited by how cute Nancy Drew is. Tentatively excited by the new one. Yeah? Apparently the one after I don't remember the name of it, after the one that I'm watching right now, in terms of when the games were released, the one after that includes Ned. So that's interesting. Let's see, the last one that came out was the Salem one, I think. It was alright. I think it had some, like, major flaws that made it weird, but it was trying to go in a new direction, so that's always a challenge. As the games go on, the Ned relationship gets kind of awkward and feels bad. Oh, yeah. Did not love it. There were a lot of huge issues with it, and the writing just didn't feel like it was there. This is primarily because they laid off a ton of staff between the series reboot and the old games. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't remember very much about the game. I didn't play it. I watched it. So that's part of... What is going on here? There. So it's more difficult to remember the things. So a lot of tonality, art direction, etc. shifted in the characters too. Also, the puzzles were really lacking in a painful way, IMO. The puzzles are kind of what keeps me from wanting to play Nancy Drew games, because some of them are just like, this would blow me away. Like, some of them are fine, but some of them are just obnoxious and obtuse and very long, and I'm working my way up with point and click games, I guess. And hidden object games. I think it's more of a problem in some of the older ones because they don't have the, like, what's the word? Something of life. I can never remember this phrase. Quality of life efforts put in. So, like, you have to do a puzzle 6 times and it's an obnoxious puzzle just to get to the same area if you ever need to go back there. Things like that would really drive me wild. But the good news is Gab's going through them all, and Gab is lovely to watch. I think this playthrough is even better with Jack in it, which I wouldn't necessarily say for all of them that he's included with in Gab's stuff. I'm not thinking of a counterexample, I'm just saying I don't think he makes Gab's contents better by being there inherently. Hey, I found my line that I was looking for earlier. And it is going in a different direction. Okay. I would crush the potato. I would become a god. I gotta watch more Not Wizards. Can't remember it well enough. Do not defile the beautiful lady statue with a potato. I can do that one better, and that one doesn't creep me out the way the other one does. 2. R2. I will analyze it. Did we show Mei Toki? I think we did. Related, I found the DVDs for Spaceballs and Princess Bride in the living room where they've been since they were options for us to watch to show Mei and Toki. Yeah. Did we show them Xavier Renegade Angel though? Okay, I'm gonna do this thing next since it's here and I'm here. I just need to decide what color I want to do it with. That's just gonna be a stem with some leaves. Okay, this one's too bright. Code probably showed clips. It's too long for one sitting. It sure is. What about Too Many Chefs? Did we show them that? That came up in a podcast I was listening to, and I was like, whoa, if I didn't know what this was, I would have just blown right past me. I don't think so. Too Many Chefs is pretty long, too. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, God. This is a weird looping around thing, but in the video I was watching, Gab's video for the Nancy Drew thing, Jack had done the Badger, 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 Badger song a couple of times. It's like, oh, speaking of old internet things, that's one I didn't know about for a long time. My sister's the one who told me about that, like, a few years ago. Not Wizards isn't too long, I don't think. Yeah. Plus, you don't have to, like, watch it all in one sitting to get it. I would analyze it. Cheeky son. What are other obscure things that we can talk about that people won't know because they're not old like we are? So old. We were talking in Discord. I read DLC and I was very confused about old movies no one knew about that were integral to our childhoods. Brought up fond memories. Yeah, nice. You got a lot of those. I've got some embarrassing ones. I guess I showed you guys one that was much more embarrassing than I thought. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got it right there. Oh my gosh. I did not remember him saying that 7,000 times. I'm getting red just thinking about it. At least it wasn't too long of a movie. I'm glad you guys think it's funny. It was cute and fun. Alright. We quoted this super recently. Okay. Speaking of movies that were integral to childhood. Happily Ever After, which is not the same as Ever After. This is Snow White and the Seven Dwarf Elves. I think Sake knows about this one. It's pretty bad. It's kind of interesting cast of people from the time, but Sake does know it, yeah. Did you know A Snow White Christmas, though? Another Snow White movie. I used to rent the first one all the time. And the second one was one of our Christmas staples. Yeah. So instead of the 7 dwarves, they had the 7 friendly giants. We are the 7 friendly giants. And it was a thing. I'm very fond of it, even though it's probably pretty cringy. Let's see. Sake had the ketchup vampires. Remember that. The Princess and the Goblin. was one that people got through McDonald's, I think, pretty much only. That one's also tough to show people, but I love it. Yeah. It was very good for like... I don't know, this is kind of a weird way to put it, but like white witch kind of stuff with the grandma. Very cool. The singing in it's kind of annoying though, because it's not a musical. It's not like a Disney musical or anything. It just has a song in it because the goblins don't like singing. But you know. I actually started listening to the audiobook of that recently. Life and Adventures of Santa Claus had a hot Santa. I think about it randomly all the time. There's this beautiful sequence with different flowers, forest fairies. I remember loving because the fairies all had wildly different outfits. Oh, that sounds like my jam too. Cool. Two links. Yes, I see that. Ooh. Yeah, I'd be drawing the heck out of that as a kid. Probably be drawing the heck out of it now. That's cool. So fun. I guess I made that leaf a little smaller than I went to. Now I've got to make a bunch of smaller leaves instead of a couple of big ones. Let's see. There's some Bluth ones that weren't as popular, but I wouldn't call them like ones that nobody knew about. A Troll in Central Park comes to mind. We gotta get together and watch stuff. Yeah. Some of this stuff I only have on VHS and our player's not working. I haven't thought of Troll in forever. I think of the Gnorga, the Troll Queen. I think of the line that she says all the time, which is just, hush up, hush up, hush, hush up. So it's a weird connection I have to it. That one's full of like things I love and irritations with the little boy character. Just stop being a butt. Come on. Just stop. Let's see. Little Nemo. Wait. Is it called Little Nemo? Yes. Little Nemo in Slumberland. Also better known now than I think it was when I was a kid. Pajama, pajama! Oh, I am scared of jammies. Or pajamas do scare me. That's it. And the bumps in the night. And the princess was so pretty. I'd take her over Nemo any day. Oh man, and the train with the king is so cool. And the nightmare stuff is so flippin' scary. Do I have Little Nemo to watch? I do. I think I actually have it on DVD. It's been over a decade. Wow. Yeah. when I was a kid, we had a movie rental store. And I mean like a young kid, like 4 and 5 and 6 maybe. We had a video rental store next to the Tom Thumb next to us. Which I think isn't even a gas station anymore. Brave Little Toaster? Yeah. That was one that we watched at Grandma's all the time. That one and Into the Forest. I think that's what it's called. It's got a weird name. That's one that people don't know about at all. Sake hasn't seen that. I want to show you. No, it's not 2015. What's it flippin' called? Cartoon? Once Upon a Forest. I will never, ever remember that name. Oh, you got it. Thank you. Oh, that movie. So yeah, we watched that one in the Brave Little Toaster at Grandma's all the time. Also, hi Habibel. I definitely have the Brave Little Toaster on DVD. I don't know about Once Upon a Forest. It's hard to find. Fern Gully also. Loved Once Upon a Forest, but always made me so sad. Yeah, same. Sake gets it. Having problems with this leaf here. No, we can only watch a Brave Little Toaster on VHS. You gotta find a player that works then, man. Yowdy. Yes. Video rental store. I think it had Star. Maybe it was called like All Star Video Rental or something. But, you know, you go in and then there would be this yellow cage with all the kids' movies. Like a swinging door or whatever. Which, now as an adult, I think, isn't that the kind of thing that they would do for adult videos? But I guess not in this case. Yeah, so I'd go into that little cage and basically I would pretty much only ever get 3 movies. Happily Ever After, the Snow White one that I mentioned earlier, Little Nemo, and Kiki's Delivery Service. And I would just rent those 3 over and over again. Perfect to see you. I'm doing this backwards. No wonder I'm having problems. Do you ever watch The Swan Princess or Quest for Camelot? I've never seen The Swan Princess. I knew about it as a kid, but never had access to it. Yes, I've seen Quest for Camelot many times. Ruber. Yeah. He was really wowed by that. I thought you said worried. Can't read around my mic. Yeah, it was... It's another movie that I like whenever I'm watching it, but when I think of it, I think it's not very good. I got an arsenal of those. Heard of Quest for Camelot, but have not seen it. Well, I got it. I'm pretty sure I have it. So yeah. Yeah, the villain in Quest for Camelot is really... He's not actually really interesting, but I think the art design of him is really good, really cool. So I always thought he was really actually intimidating and like kind of creepy. Oh, I think Swan and Quest are weird in the same way Fern Gully was weird. For the time, there's sequences you don't expect. Yeah. But Fern Gully's got Robin Williams and Tim Curry in it. Our boys. Ruber's. Oh, yeah. Ruber's nails. Oh, I just want to get up there with a clipper and take care of that. Well, yeah, because you think they're going to break. And just, bleh, bleh, bleh. Yeah, there's some shots where his hands are reaching to you and it's awful. Yeah. What else did I watch that was weird? Or unusual? Or uncommon? Some shot. Oh yeah, I just read that. Hurt dirt. Oh yeah, Thumbelina. For sure. Spike may have seen it, but I think we watched it together and I was talking about Charo playing the mama frog and he has no idea who Charo is. And I'm like, oh, okay, how to explain? I don't know Charo very well, but Thumbelina has so much about it. Julia from Drawfee hates Thumbelina with a passion. And I can understand all of her arguments, but I can't hate it. There's so much about it that I like. Let me be your wings. Let me be your only love. High above it. I don't remember the words. I like it a lot. I adore so much too, but there are sections that make me uncomfortable, so, you know. Yeah, for sure. I mean, not for the same reasons as Julia, I'm sure, but like the part where the bugs are all essentially taxidermied on the wall. The song you sang, yes. Yeah. It's a good song. And then it like builds and it falls. And, oh, it's good. It's a lovely song. Thumbelina isn't Bluth, is it? Doesn't have Dom DeLuise in it, I don't think so. It's a Hallmark, but not a staple. It is Bluth. Also, Jodie Benson is Thumbelina. That's Ariel. I got the having a prince that will rescue and carry you away and be your one true love with the segment. They write a little bee. Yeah, the Bumble. And his name is Bumble. Frost sequence at the end. Yeah. So good. Black Cauldron. Yeah. Munchies and Crunchies in here somewhere. It's so sad. I have the book series to read, but I haven't read it yet for the Black Cauldron. I think it's more obscure than like any other Disney movie that's not one that's really, really pushed down. But Disney was not exactly proud of that one. I thought I had a thing with the movies on it. Sure, it's around here somewhere. This is one of DreamWorks movie, but this is one DreamWorks movie I don't ever hear anyone talking about. I knew about this one, but never saw it. This is, well, yeah, Quest for Camelot. Not the Quest for Camelot, sorry. The Road to El Dorado was also DreamWorks. That one's so good. All right. I think I saw... Was it Joseph and the Technicolor Dream? No, not Technicolor would be the musical. Joseph, King of Dreams? Something? I think I might have seen that one once. Was it you who I was talking to? Where, like, the lead singer of that is so good, but he only ever did, like, Christian things? Prince of Egypt. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I think The King and I wasn't all that... The specific animated movie wasn't all that big either. I'd seen it, but we didn't own it or anything, so I only saw it like once. Oh, Bartok the Magnificent. That one's great. I can see all of the shortcuts in the animation now that I'm an adult. And it's kind of bothersome, but the rest of the movie makes up for it. It's got Kelsey Grammer playing a bear. And Pilaf. And Ahag. Spike does that to me all of the time. Da, da, da. I love the song. When what's her name? Mudhilda or something? When she's drinking the potion. When the real Mudzilla, Mud something, comes out. My people! Blah. And she becomes a dragon. So good. And the Boogler. Boogler? So many good things. I don't care if it was a cheaply made movie. The Thief and the Cobbler. No. I don't know that one at all. I did see The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and The Return of the King, though. Rankin Bass all the way. Lots of people don't know that those exist. The Lord of the Rings animation is so terrifying because they did like rotoscoping. Let's see. Okay, Link animation visual style is very different. I really like it. Okay. Oh, whoa. I've seen pictures of this guy on the internet before. Whoa, her waist is pencil thin. Whoa. That looks really interesting. I would like to watch that. Hi, Kuya. Hi. Meow? 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 Let me hear you say meow. Trying to find specific links of scenes where there's tons of texture and things going on, but it's a bit hard. Okay. Interesting. Hi. Meow. think you would find it artistically wowing in some ways. It had a super long and complex development period and went through a lot of people calling it an Aladdin ripoff. I believe it. I believe people say that, not gross, that it was a ripoff. Just sneezed all over my hand. Also, I really like Aladdin too. A lot of people don't like it, but it has Abysmal. So good. I liked it better than 3, but I like the visuals of 3 better. And of course, Robin Williams coming back is good. Sake liked it. Oh, Spike hates Mulan too, though. I thought it was fine. I was saying to Spike, I don't really mind a lot of the sequels to Disney movies. I know I'm not getting as good as the first in almost always, so I'm not like disappointed, just curious. Same. We must have talked about Beauty and the Beast Christmas movie with Tim Curry as the organ before. That's another one where I enjoy it when I'm watching it, but I don't think of it very well. Just like Mulan's story segments with Shang. I'm not sure how it would be anglicized. I don't remember the guy's name, but the plot with the girls finding love with the well-loved characters from the first movie was good. Yeah, I think, basically all the Shang stuff was not great. But it was fun to see the characters from the first movie find love, and that, princesses are all interested in the different things and they're just fine being with common people and blah blah blah. Yeah. There we go. McDonald's VHS promotions. Oh, Babes in Toyland. That's another one that I've seen that a lot of people haven't. Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore? Is that who that is? I think so. Yeah. I saw Cats Don't Dance once, and I really liked it. Secret Garden, I don't remember if I ever saw, except for like later with my dad once, because it's old movies. We're back? Yes. Yeah. The, Screw Eyes stuff. Spooky. Yeah. The Little Princess is another one that goes along with the Secret Garden quite often. Charlotte's Web. I don't think it's not unknown, but fewer people have seen it. It's where Spike and I say Smorgasbord, Orksborg all the time. And this is the 1973 Charlotte's Web, of course, not the 2000s one. Huh. Interesting. List is incomplete. Okay. I did not watch this when I was a kid, but I have seen Return to Oz, and that's a trip. Yes, the Rat in the Carnival sequence. It's so good. Fewer these days. More have seen the live action-y version, apparently. Yeah, I've never seen the action one either. Oh, right. There's this Timeless Tales series that I only had the Rapunzel one of. But Saka and I have talked about this before, where the two kids go up into the attic and they find a bear and a book. And the book, okay, well, for the Rapunzel one, it has a, like, braided hair bookmark. I think Saka saw a different Timeless Tales thing. Yeah. There were some Mickey Mouse classics that I saw as a kid from a cassette that my grandma had. They were like cartoons that were released in the probably 40s. And there's just a small collection of them. So Minnie making a cake and Mickey raking up leaves and having a little tornado. And then the mom tornado comes around. The group in like Hawaii with the crab and... Yeah. Yep, the Rapunzel one's the only one I had. I might have gotten this disc, actually. I got a disc that had more in there that I hadn't seen, and I don't think I got around to watching it. You've seen the Rumpelstiltskin one the most. Oh, Muppet Classic Theater! That's what I think of with Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, I loved Muppet Classic Theater. I rented that one all the time, too. They animated the Tin Soldier story, and Tim Curry sang Dance for Me from it. Wow. Cool. We'll watch that after stream. Don't autoplay. Don't do it. Okay, thank you. Oh, I want to watch Muppet Classic Theater now. That one I definitely only have on cassette. So good. Muppet Treasure Island. Less known than Christmas Carol, I think. I like it more, not gonna lie. I like them equally. But Christmas Carol has like the, you know, all of the build up around it that makes it part of the viewing experience. Da, da, da. There's gotta be somewhere better than this for me. How does she do that? How do you do that, Kuya? Oh yeah, I had some other Christmas specials that were weird. The Disney Sing-Along, which I guess isn't weird. But it had some of the older cartoon snippets in it. And then like a Christmas Gift, I think is what it was called. Was this weird collection of Disney shorts and things. And then like footage from one of the parades at Disneyland. But it had a Donald Duck cartoon. It had pretty much the whole one of that. Where he's wrapping presents at a department store. And it's, I don't know, the funniest cartoon I've ever seen, maybe. So good. I don't know how popular Little Rascals was, but I saw that at a friend's house and they loved it a lot and it was pretty good. Watched it with Spike more recently. What's that movie with the Skeksis? That one I didn't see. The Dark Crystal for a long time, but that was an obscure one. The Labyrinth as well. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken is one that I watched a lot for every Halloween. That's an older one. 60s or 70s probably. Probably 70s. George of the Jungle, popular but still awesome. Oh, Spike watched Harry the Spy, I think, when he was younger. Is it that one? Or no, it was That Darn Cat. That one. Spike showed me That Darn Cat and it was great. Kuya, kuya, booya, how am I supposed to work like this? I guess I'm not doing any more work on this today. At least for the rest of the stream. Sometimes you just gotta love the kitty. Yeah. She's doing her underwater purring thing. See if I can get it. Kuya. I'd like to ask you a few questions, Kuya. Kuya. Yeah. She purrs like through her nose. It's so cute. Okay. Oh no. Mike, please. Sorry. Turns out that Darn Cat was a remake of an 80s version of the film with the same name. Yeah, but it was totally different. 80s? 60s? Are we thinking of the same one? We didn't watch it, did we? Maybe I watched it and you didn't. It was on Disney? $97.65. Yeah, I watched it. It was so different. The cat was like an alien. Oh, maybe it's that one. It's not the same. It looks the same from these clips. No, this doesn't look familiar at all. After a kidnapped bank teller uses a neighbor's wandering cat to send an SOS, the FBI assigns a cat allergic agent to the case. That's 1965. No, I haven't seen that one. The Cat from Outer Space is, yeah, the one I was thinking of. That one's also got to be like 60s. '78. Wow, I was way off. What's that movie with? Shoot, I'm like jumbling a bunch of things in my head right now. My stepmother is an alien with Aykroyd? No. It's, yeah, I've seen the thumbnail for it a bunch, but I haven't actually watched it. The one with Don Knotts and... Wait, was it Don Knotts? Oh, God, no, Christopher Lloyd. My Favorite Martian. That's one that I watched. I watched like everything with Don Knotts and Christopher Lloyd when I was a youngin'. You showed it my butt. We watched it, but I had seen it before. Yeah. Yes, really. We just did this in reverse earlier in the stream, so we're not very good at this apparently. You showed me Attack of the Martians. You're not thinking of that, are you? Mars Attacks, that's the one. It didn't sound right, but I couldn't remember. I couldn't think of something better. Ack, 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 ack. Well, it looks like the time has come. Actually, I'm pretty sure I hadn't seen it before. We watched it together for the first time. Yep. And then there's the obligatory, we have to say that when we put it in, it was Space Jam the first time. Just knew that it was popular. I don't know if I'd heard of it before you showed me the cover for it. It's not something my family would have been interested in at all. Okay, Kuya has taken over the project. She'll show you the results next week. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a walk with my kitty, and hopefully it's not too hot. I guess I should check the air quality again before taking him, but that's the plan. And I hope you all have a good weekend. I'm gonna go. I will catch you all on the 4th to pick this back up, I think. Okay. How to end a stream again? You say... Yes, I stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays, art and video games, and then whatever I feel like on Fridays. And we have kitties sometimes. And I want to thank all of you for coming and chatting with me today. Spike and Sake were great. Matt's came in too. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody who's lurking as well. I'll catch you guys next Tuesday. So take it easy. Breathe. You know, I don't even remember what movie that's from right now, but I'm gonna go. Oh no, the song is so good. I'm going though. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.